Hey, in the world of hacking and cybersecurity, information is more than power. Let me tell you a short story with a small cinematic liberty. Once upon a time in the college, two friends named Anthony and Tony faced a common challenge: bullies among the seniors. Anthony, fueled by his emotions, often took a direct approach, confronting the seniors head on. Unfortunately, this often resulted in him coming back with injuries and frustration. On the other hand, Tony had a different strategy. He believed that information was key. Through his network and observations, Tony discovered that seniors had secretly stolen the upcoming exam paper, and with this crucial piece of information, he decided to report the situation to the college faculty. As the result, the seniors were caught red handed, facing the consequences of their action. Here, the significance of the story is information is more important than emotion. Same in the field of cybersecurity, complete information leads to effective solutions. Whether you want to hack a website, a person, or a network, you need to gather information. So in this video, I'll tell you how to scan and gather information about the networks using a tool called Nmap. So here is the plan for this video. First, we'll start with basic scanning techniques like host discovery. We'll then move on to more advanced methods such as using NSA scripts for detailed information gathering. So let's learn it, hack it, and repeat. Before scanning the networks, let me give a very short introduction on Network Mapper, short for Nmap. It's an open source network scanning and reconnaissance tool used for discovering devices, services, and vulnerabilities on a computer network. It provides a comprehensive set of features that allow users to gather information about network host, open ports, running services, and even the operating system in use. In simple words, it's a map that helps us to find devices, services, and even weak spots in a network. So let's see some scanning techniques of Nmap. The first technique is host discovery. It's one of the techniques that can be used to identify whether the target status is active or inactive in a network. In simple words, it's like pinging the device to check whether the device status is active or inactive. Let me give an example. Five devices were connected to a network, three of them were active and the rest are inactive. So if you perform a host discovery on your target network, Nmap will tell you how many devices are in active status. Now let's see how to perform this scan. And not only this scan, to perform any scan using Nmap, the syntax is same. First type the tool name followed by the option do you want to use. In this case, we are using host discovery option. And at last, give the target IP address with range. And this slash 24 means it's a way to describe the size of a subnet. In simple terms, it represents a group of 256 IP addresses within a network. Hit enter. Now it will scan for all active devices in a network by sending ICMP packets, which is nothing but ping packets in simple words. And here you can see there are totally 5 hosts were up, which means there are totally 5 active devices. And you can also see each of their IP address. Awesome, right? So let's move on to another technique. Nmap can also scan for open ports on target host, helping us to identify services and version of the service running on those ports. First, let's do a port scan. Again, we type the tool name and the target IP address, and tag P option is nothing but we are telling that we are going to perform a port scan and this is your port number. So we are saying that hey Nmap, this is your target, perform a port scan on the specific port number. So hit enter. Now Nmap will perform a specific port scan on your target, and port number 21 is nothing but FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Here you can see the result. It is saying the port is open, also the service running on the port. And you can use this option in multiple ways like this. This option is nothing but Nmap will scan for all 65,535 ports that are available on internet. Hey, note point. If someone comes to you and asks how many ports are available in internet, then you should confidently say there are 65,535 ports. After that, there are no ports available. And you can see the result of this scan. It scanned all the ports. Now let's look up some examples of service version detection. It's a very important scan to use. When you perform this scan on your target, Nmap will scan the services that are running on the ports and the version of the service. Sometimes you may find important information. For instance, if your target is found to be running an outdated version of FTP, then you could search for experts online and potentially exploit the target via FTP port. To use this scan, type this command, and this SV option is nothing but we are telling to Nmap, hey Nmap, perform a service version scan on this target. So hit enter. As you can observe, the information obtained through this scan is more compared to the previous port scan. It provides details about the services that are active on the ports along with their corresponding versions. Okay, now we know the syntax of Nmap and how to use it for scanning open ports and services. Now let's look how to use OS detection option. As I mentioned earlier, Nmap can also detect the type of operating system running on the target. To use this scan or option, change the SV to capital O, and if you are a non-root user, please provide root privileges before the command and hit enter. If you can see the result, Nmap has detected the operating system in use and it's saying a Linux operating system and the version of the kernel is 2.6. If you're wondering how Nmap knows the target OS in use, well, in the background, Nmap sends a crafted packet to the target device and observes how it responds, like the way device reacts to a certain network request. And another mind-blowing tip is when you ping an IP address or a domain, if the TTL value is below 120, then you can confirm it's a Linux operating system. And if the TTL value is above 120, then you can say it's a Windows operating system. Cool, right? So let's move on to the next technique. Hey, the upcoming two scanning techniques are very important. It's like heart of this video, heart of Nmap, and heart of networking, and I mean it. And one of them is Connect Scan, also known as a full port scan and TCP three-way handshake. This scan establishes a full connection with the target ports to delicately check their status. But these scans can be slower compared to other scan types, but it gives outstanding results. And drawback of this scan is it can be detected by IDS or IPS. To understand this scan, first you need to understand TCP three-way handshake. Imagine you have a server called Nmap and client which is your target device. When you perform a connect scan using Nmap, it's like asking the target a question and the conversation goes like this. First, Nmap sends a SYN packet to the target to initiate the connection. SYN packet is like, hey, wake up, are you there? Can you hear me? I want some information. And your target responds with a SYNAC packet, which is like saying, hey, don't shout. Do you think I'm a deaf? I can hear you. I have information that you have asked. Again, Nmap sends a ACK packet to continue the conversation with your target. After getting the all information that we need, Nmap sends a REST packet to the target, which is like potentially ending up the conversation. Now that you have seen the diagrammatical representation of three-way handshake, let's put into practice with a live example. For that, first you need to perform a connect scan using Nmap. For that, type this command and this ST option is used for connect scan. Before start scanning, open the Wireshark, select the right interface. So if you ask me what exactly is a Wireshark, well, it's a topic for the next video. For this video, follow me blindly and you can see already some data has been captured. Okay, now hit enter. Now let's understand how to analyze the results using Wireshark. We'll filter out the results. You can see here in the capture data, we have the source address, which is our system address or our Kali Linux address, and the destination address, which is our target address. We also have the information about the protocol and packet length. First, we start the connection by sending a SYN packet to the target. In response, we receive a SYNAC packet from the target to our system. Again, we send an ACK packet to continue the conversation. Finally, when we are done, we end up the connection by sending a REST packet to the target. Now let's see a scan similar to Connect Scan, which is Stealth Scan. Stealth Scan is similar to Connect Scan, with the key difference being in the way the TCP three-way handshake is handled. In Connect Scan, the handshake is completed fully, while in Stealth Scan, it's intentionally left incomplete. Don't worry, I'll show. First, we need to perform this scan. So to do this scan, type this command. And this SS option is used for Stealth Scan. Now hit enter. In the background, we can see a lot of data has been captured. As you can see, first to start the connection, we sent a SYN packet to the target. In response, we receive a SYN packet from the target to our system. Now, instead of sending an ACK packet to the target, we directly sent a REST packet. And one of the advantages of this scan is it minimizes intrusion and reduces detection risk. I hope you got a clear-cut understanding on Nmap scan types. Now comes interesting part of this video. Nmap provides a powerful option that can be used to gather information beyond the limits than a regular scan, which is called Nmap Scripting Engine or NSE for short. Is a collection of default scripts that come bundled with Nmap. These scripts are written in a high-end scripting language called Lua. They can be used for various purposes, which means you can gather more detailed information, detect vulnerabilities, perform brute force, and even extract juicy data from your target system. And the only thing is choosing the right script for your purpose. For example, you might want to find out if your target has a firewall protection. Then what script will you choose? If you don't know, don't worry, let's go to Google and search for it. You can search for it like NSC firewall detection. Open the first link. So this is the official Nmap website. Here you can find detailed information about each script including a summary, valuable arguments, script usage and expected output. Now let's copy and use the script. In this case, our target is gmail.com. Hey, it's a testing purpose. And you can see the result. It's saying IDS, IPS or WAF detected, which means the target system is using a firewall protection. Of course, Gmail uses a firewall protection. So if you want to check all the scripts that are available on Nmap, so for that you need to go to the directory user share Nmap and scripts. If I hit ls now, you can see all the scripts that comes with Nmap. Last but not least, there's the -a option, also known as the aggressive option. This powerful option combines several functionalities we have covered in this video. It activates additional advanced and aggressive features. Especially, it includes OS detection, version scanning, and script scanning. So hit enter. It may take some time to give the results. We can see we got a lot of information from this scan. We found that we can actually log in via FTP port without a password, and it has detected the title of web page. We got info about MySQL and the version, and we got some voice information. So this is a very short video on Nmap. If you have watched till now, please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon so you never miss any of my featured videos. Until then, stay tuned to the channel.